It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah. And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Moon River, breakfast at Tiffany's.
I didn't hit breakfast, I went straight to lunch. But
And I went right to Tiffany, so it's all good.
Tiffany was a place we bought jewelry.
Is that a question or a statement?
It's sort of, I don't know.
It's more
That's
than
what it
jewelry.
was,
Yes,
You went
absolutely.
to get diamonds and stuff.
Tiffany and Company, yeah. The little teal turquoise box, whatever color, it probably has its own color. It's Tiffany's color.
Tiffany is
It's a Tiffany.
where you went
It's like
to,
a robin's egg.
It's where you went to impress somebody you wanted in your,
Exactly.
right? So you didn't buy
Exactly.
nothing, you just took it there. So
You kind of just
pick
looked
whatever you
around.
want.
You just went, window shopping.
Pick whatever you want, and you never know.
Audrey Hepburn went window shopping.
Yes,
Breakfast at
and
Tiffany's.
I took lots of women that never bought nothing.
There you go. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you.
Busy morning. Lots and lots going on.
Yes, we're working on different things at the same time. As a matter of fact, this TV behind us is going to be used in a
Yeah.
different aspect. And I think Gio is working on it with Teddy. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But anyway, thank you for tuning in today. You know, caring is sharing. So if you're watching today's show, do me a favor, share it out. Help us get through what we need to get through.
Definitely don't want to miss today's show is all I can tell you.
That's right. We had some people show up today and picked up some memorabilia.
Oh, the kids did a great job rehanging things. They did it by category. Thanks to Icon Auctions and Events, we've got a whole baseball series, we've got a presidential series, we've got music, rock and roll Hall of Fame type of thing going, changing our set. Behind us is the artwork of Amy Rashevsky, which is beautiful.
Yes, there's a lot of Scarface up there. And I want to thank all of you. I got 4,000 email texts and everything else about Willy Wonka. I can tell you anything you want to know about Willy Wonka. I can tell you where it was made. I can tell you why it was made. Really?
I think this should be your weekend homework. You should watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Absolutely not.
You're turning violet. The never-ending gobstopper. What else you want to know?
What?
Yeah,
What the hell is that?
it's a candy. I'm telling you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a diabetic. I can't eat
That's
that
true. You
candy.
probably can't.
I look at candy, I go, ugh. I saw that people were calling in because I had a little choking incident.
People are a
with
little
coffee.
concerned that you were coughing this morning. You want to share with everyone that you are okay?
Yeah, I was drinking coffee. You made me laugh. It went down the wrong pipe and I had to go outside to get it out.
Yes, people called. They were quite concerned that you had to get up on the middle of set, but you're all good to go now.
Well, the problem was that they didn't hear me that I was getting up, so you sort of saw me fade away.
I know. We tried to go to commercial, but we got all these things figured out. We did our segment this morning called Tell Me Something Good. It's a new segment every morning on our 9 o'clock show. So give us a call. Tell us something good. We need to elevate the good news that we hear. All this other stuff, you can tune into another station for the other stuff, but we're going to do Tell Me Something Good. That was the music on our intro of Lenny Marine. We've got the animator back in studio coming up with some new logos for our Latino network. Fuego's in Studio B.
I don't know what the hell you ate, but you're like the energetic rubber
Energizer Buddy. I told you what it was. The bunnies are with me, by the way, Joyce. We've been talking bunnies all day. If you shake your head and tell me yes, I'm going to like just fall on the floor is all I can say.
There's a lop-eared bunny right here.
There's a little bunny here?
A lop-eared bunny.
A lop-eared bunny?
The big ears hanging down.
We've got Joyce Brodsky with us, psychic and pet intuitive. So I'm really excited. If you want to call Joyce, you want to call into the studio with any questions for you, your pets, some other information you may want to know, let us know. 888-994-4995. See, she sees the bunnies with me.
Yeah, I see a lot. I see rhinoceroses too. But listen, the bottom line here is we spent a lot of time, energy, and money on the new phone system. Use it. Give us a call. Watch Kenny call. I know Kenny's gonna call. Give us a call, and we'll let Joyce set up what we can and cannot ask if they want to do readings and things of that nature. But give us a call. We'd like to test out the system. We did get Ken. It's the first one that used it. He called about underwear.
Yes, that was the other day. It was yesterday, I think, Friday.
And the question this morning, Jay Harmon answered that the hot dog from
The
Oscar
hot
Mayer
dog,
whistle.
Oscar Mayer Wiener Whistle.
Oscar Mayer Wiener whistle.
You
That's
remember
a
that?
mouthful. Yes. I saw one, but I did not get one of those things. A friend of mine got it. I was very jealous.
An Oscar Mayer Wiener Whistle. So let us know your favorite toy, all kinds of things. Just something good. Spread some good news and see what's going on. We've got Joyce with us. Joyce has never, just got to hold your mic. Joyce Brodsky, you say you've never done this before.
No, I have not. I've been on a radio station up in West Palm, but nothing like this.
Nothing like this?
No.
Well, welcome to our home. We're live streaming, so your daughter and everyone else can find you. Ask questions, call in, write in, 888-994-4995. Tell us what you do.
What do? I do a lot of different things. I think my passion, my most passionate gift is being able to hear animals. And when I say animals, I mean the whole spectrum. Birds, cats, dogs, horses, rhinoceros, lizards, snakes. Whoever has a message for us, they somehow gravitate to me or other people who have the same gift, and we share. Animals are a lot smarter and cooler than humans, and they're here to help us learn about how to be better humans, to be happier, to just live in the moment. Pretty much anything that we do, they seem to do with less stress and more grace.
Less stress and more grace.
Now,
Maybe I should be an animal.
We had done a show, I think it was last week, and we wanted to ask you, how do animals think? Because an animal in Russia, you speak to it in Russia, it understands. In Puerto Rico, you speak in Spanish, they understand. So how does an animal think, or doesn't it think?
Absolutely they think, but they think only in the moment that they're in. They don't think about yesterday or an hour ago or tomorrow. They're like dealing with what is now, which is the most important thing, and it doesn't matter what country they're in, what language they are used to hearing, because that's not how they communicate. It's pictures, telepathic communication. I hear them, but I don't hear them like I hear you speaking. It's more of it's really hard to explain. It's just like there. I have people calling me to help them find their lost animals, and as soon as they don't even have to tell me what it is, but I get a picture of it on my right shoulder. That's where they come. And no matter what language they're familiar with, it doesn't matter.
And it just comes to you. Well, you were telling me a story about the lizards.
So like I said, I have people who call me or get in touch with me because they've lost a dog. It seems mostly dogs that we're talking about. I've done some cats, but mostly dogs. And I had a foster someone who was transporting a dog down in Davie, and they called me, can I help? And I went, okay, let me see what I could do. And the dog's name was Bella, I remember, a pit bull mix, scared to death. She got out of her harness and she was gone. She was gone for days by the time they call me. I prefer that they call me like within 24 hours because it's fresh. The energy is fresh. Well, I go outside in my backyard and there is a Jesus lizard, you know, the ones that walk upright? And usually they run. You come over, they run. They don't like us very much. And this lizard is just laying on a rock, looking up at me, and I start laughing. I said, don't tell me, no. I have never heard from a lizard before. He looked at me and I could just hear him say exactly where this dog was to be found. And I laughed and I went, okay, now everybody's gonna really think Joyce has lost it completely. I'm hearing you and you're telling me something and I'm gonna go back and call these people and you better be right. And it was.
Wow.
They found this dog exactly. The house, the old lady, I don't know how this works.
That's amazing.
I don't know how it works.
I'm surprised that it's called a Jesus lizard. I never heard of that.
The ones that, you know, the big ones and they stand up, they
Yes,
walk
they
on their
walk
hind
on
legs?
water.
You've never seen them? Like
They
they
walk
walk
on
on water.
water.
They walk on their back legs instead of all four.
I've seen it on TV. They walk on water.
I've had them all in my backyard.
They have.
My front yard. I've got
In
tons
Florida?
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I've ever seen a lizard walk on two hind legs. I'm mad at this.
And they
thing.
get really tall,
Done.
and the tails are very long. They almost look like iguanas, but they're tinier, skinnier, like the geckos. You know the gecko on the Geico commercial? That's what they
They're
look
about
like.
that big.
But they stand up on their
Oh,
back
no, but
legs and they
these are like
scooch.
You know what a
Okay.
Jesus lizard is, guys?
I've never heard
Anybody
anyone
seen
else refer to it as
Anybody
that.
seen it?
That's why they call them Jesus lizard.
Jesus lizard.
Because they go so fast they can run across water.
Basically, these lizards go so fast on the water they walk on water. The Jesus like
So
walk.
I'm
Okay.
going to film one for you tonight when I get home.
No, thank you. Thank you very much for playing. But I'm gonna ask you. So this lizard came up to you and it told you what the animal was, basically,
That's it.
and you understood what it was saying.
Oh, yes. There is not a foreign language that happens when you communicate with animals.
Okay.
And it's not, like you hear me talking, you hear sound. I don't hear sound like that. It's almost like an impression in my other sensory tool that I have. Because,
So is his language different than a cat's, a dog's?
not to me,
It's all the same.
it's all the same.
All right, so I got a cat. His name is Casper. He is a gray hair. What do we got?
Maine Coon cat.
Maine Coon cat.
Oh, nice.
He's beautiful. I love him. But Casper has a problem. Casper uses my house as a toilet. The entire house. Furniture, my shoes. And everybody tells me he wants my attention. So I put Casper in my lap. I put him on my shoulder. And the moment I put him down, if I'm in a room, he'll go and urinate. So is it because of separation anxiety this cat has? What is the problem with this cat?
The first thing I would ask you, when was the last time he was at the vet and does he have the UTI infection?
He was brought to me because he was being abused somewhere, from what I hear. I took him to the vet. I changed his diet because that's a problem. He's on a special diet. It doesn't have granulars and all that. He drinks, you know how he drinks water? I got to turn open the faucet. And he won't drink out of a bowl. He needs me to feed him. It's like, I think it's anxiety. I think he has separation anxiety, is what I call it.
He loves
because
you.
He sits on my lap. He's on my this. And then he'll go and urinate. And I'm like, but Casper, I'm showing you love. Not enough love, maybe?
So that type of cat is super intelligent. Not that other cats are not, but that particular breed is really intelligent and very sensitive. You said that he was in a home where he was abused
That's
prior?
what they tell me. They didn't give me too much background.
And how old is he now?
4.
First thing he said was, I don't like the litter in the litter box.
What is that?
He doesn't like the litter
I
in his
don't
litter
like the
box.
litter, the type of litter. That's
I understand that. I've changed it 17 times.
So I guess that makes sense to you.
and he's
He hates the litter box.
he's actually controlling you.
Controlling me?
Yes, he is.
He tries.
He's I told you he's really smart and clever, and he knows that you will do anything to make him happy and feel good. So my suggestion to you is when you go home, sit down and talk to him and say, okay, listen, I got this. You got this, and we need to come to a better understanding. This is my house that you're in, and you have to stop the peeing all over the place. I would probably, when I leave the house, leave him in only one room.
He
You have
does
to
that now. He has his own bedroom with a bathroom. I'm trying to teach him to use the toilet. That ain't working too well.
Well, good luck with that one. That's all I can say about that one. But you need to tell him how you feel. Just sit there like you're talking to a friend, because that's what he is, a friend, and tell him, listen, cut the crap. I can't deal with this anymore. How long have you had him?
Couple years.
2 years.
So he's working you.
Well, you know, and I guess I'm a sucker because I brought in Peaches, which was going to be put to sleep, another cat, and he didn't like that, and he wanted he wanted it to be all his house. I get all that, but the problem that I had with him was before she came along. It just continued, so I've had to lock him away, let him out when I come home. He's all over me, and then I give him some treats, and Linda's the one that has been more patient with Casper because Casper is 22, 24 pounds. This ain't a light cat.
I know, they're big.
He's a heavy cat. And when he goes to the bathroom, it's like the floodgates open. So I'm trying to keep him in that room where the litter is, and then when he goes, I let him out. He runs around the house. But you're right. He wants all the attention, not some of it. I'm thinking maybe I let him out and lock the other cat away so that he can have his own deal.
But that's not, you can't do that all the time. It's not going to work all the time.
So what do I do with this cat? Do I give him the keys and say, listen, go get a beer or something, come back later? I mean, what do I do with this
Give him the
cat?
keys to your car.
I do. I asked him, do you want the keys to the car? You want to go out?
Beer would make him pee more, so I don't think I would.
I was going to put a harness on him and walk him like a dog because he's big enough.
So have you done that?
No, I was thinking of doing that. Maybe that will relieve him a little bit of his anxiety.
He's telling, he would like that.
Of course he would. He'd like to go to a Playland or
Well, he brought it
wherever.
up and he told her he'd like
No,
that.
he,
So
he just,
Well, can you tell him to chill out and I will do more for him? But what am I
I
supposed to do?
can, I'm talking to him right now,
Tell him,
actually.
tell him, chill out.
What I'm telling you, so you need to really sit down and I'm serious. If you talk to him and tell him, you're safe, this is your permanent home, you're not going, I'm not getting rid of you, I'm not kicking you out. That's the biggest thing that animals, domestic animals fear, is the fear of being abandoned again, rejected. They feel it even more than people do because they're so dependent upon us for food and safety and a home to live in. But you have to talk to them in your language. He'll get it. That's what people don't get. It's like talking to angels. I tell people all the time who their archangel is. And they go, yeah, I think I know that. So do you talk to them? No, I'm afraid to. Why? Angels cannot do anything for us unless we ask them. The same thing with animals. They don't know unless you talk to them. They're sentient beings. And most people think of an animal as stupid, an animal, nothing. And that's not true.
Chelsea's on the line.
Oh, all right. So my daughter's on. Is she on the phone or is she on VMix?
Remix.
All right. There she is.
And there would be Chelsea.
Hi.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
And good night.
Good afternoon.
So she wanted to talk to you about her dog.
Okay.
What's your question?
Let her talk.
I can hardly hear her.
My dog.
Hold on, she has to
Good.
say something.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Is that dog frozen?
No,
Nope.
it's
Hey
just
there.
the internet. It's just the connection. He's just staring at the door.
I can't hear.
So do you have a question for Joyce?
Oh, I mean,
She got.
I don't know if I have a specific question. I don't know. It's about cookies.
It's
About what?
She wants her to tell her about the dog.
I know, but I
About
can't.
cookies.
Slick, let's turn the fan off.
You're gonna have to hold her so she can see the doggy.
What's the
Hold on, let
dog's
me
name?
get-
Dog's name is
Her
Cookie.
name is Cookie.
Cookie.
Yeah, Cookie.
That-
Oh, she's running. She's
Oh, that's
very
better, thanks.
active. There she is.
So do pets come back to you sometimes as guardians of a human in a different soul?
Can dogs come back?
Well, if a
they
human
be
passes, does their
reincarnate-
soul, can it be reincarnated into a pet that then comes to you
Yes.
as a guardian?
Yes.
So I think was that your question?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Cookie is,
But don't say,
One of
just say,
my-
ask if that's what she thinks.
oh, I'm gonna ask, yeah.
So you feel like this dog has been with you before?
Mm-hmm.
She just said she's going to be with you always. That you are so connected, the two of you. So we can be connected to other species, our souls. You don't have to be a human or an animal to feel that closeness. And she adores you. And yes, she can repeat herself. If she wants to come back, she will come back. How old is she now? She's young.
She's almost 3.
Yeah, she's a baby. So you have a long time left with her, which is great. Any other question? You
I'm not
you're
sure what to
being-
ask about her.
Male or female?
Female.
Does she want a boyfriend?
Oh, Cookie does have a boyfriend.
I guess I still care. Yeah.
She has her boyfriend. Any other psychic questions or just pet questions?
Oh, I thought it was just about pets.
Ask whatever you want. Go think about that one.
There's
We
so
don't-
many questions. I feel kind of, as a lot of people do, the global situation is really upside down at the moment. And I have some big decisions to make soon. So just any guidance.
So the comment you just made about what's going on in the world today, people don't realize or understand that whatever pets you have react to what's going on in 2 ways. One, they're concerned about their person, and they're not really concerned about themselves because they know that everything is going to come out the way it's supposed to.
She's so cute.
This will eventually dissipate, if you will, and move on to the next timing of more of a peace and more of a healing. And animals are actually here to help us do that. 'Cause they're more connected to that balance, that lack of fear. They don't fear. They're not afraid of what's going on. They're just concerned about your fear. And their job is to calm you down.
And she does. Look at her.
Yeah, I'm
She's
sure
so
I can
sweet.
see that. She's doing that right now. She's giving you a lot of love energy.
Yeah.
Anything else? There's something there that you want to ask.
Mom, did you ask about Nemo?
Nope, I haven't asked her anything.
About who?
Ask her.
Nemo.
About who?
Who's Nemo?
Nemo is our dog that passed 4 years ago.
Okay.
You have a question?
I just want to know if he's around because sometimes I feel him around. Sometimes I can't sleep at night, and I feel like there's another dog in here. And I know that Cookie's asleep, but I feel like there's another presence in here.
Do you talk to Nemo? When you feel him?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Because he is there. They never leave us. It sounds cliche, I know, but they really never leave us. And they choose us to be with because of whatever they can give the human, they know. And while their body may disappear, their soul, their energy is always there. And this one is not Nemo reincarnated. She's her own.
That
so-
I know. She's her own.
And I actually feel your other dog. And he laughs at her a lot. He thinks that she's a goofball compared to what he was. He likes her for what she does for you, but you know and I know that it's not the same relationship. He was very special to you. She's trying, but she can only give what she can give.
She's very special to me too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Look at that grandpuppy
Yeah.
of mine. We'll stick with grandpuppies for now. You
Now,
can go with the
Nemo
grandchildren.
was your dog?
Yes.
Were you close to your dog?
Yeah,
Do you ever feel its presence?
sure. Sometimes I feel him on my feet on my bed.
That's because you let the animal sleep with you in the bed.
Exactly. right where he slept is right where I feel him when I go to bed at night.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Either on my feet or right next to my side. I know. He is there. When he passed, he was having a seizure, and he walked into me on 3 feet that morning. And I knew he was telling me, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And he communicated. He let us know that was his time. And we did that.
Animals have this certain language. I guess that's what you're talking about. When
Teddy has 3 dogs.
They communicate with you. They
You also
say-
work with people personally, a psychic, or only
I
dogs?
do. No, I work with people and pets.
Okay.
And they don't have to have a pet for me to work with them, but if they have a desire, a wish, I never work with people who don't want to have me come in there. And I'm not the type of psychic who tells anybody a negative message. I made that known to my guides on the other side when I started doing this. Don't tell me people are going to die. Don't tell me they're sick. I don't want to give them that. I want to be a positive inspiration for them. Life is hard enough. You don't have to have a psychic come in and tell you some scary thing about people you love or yourself. There's enough of that. My goal, my purpose in this life is to help people and their animals just be their best self, to find that joy in life, because there is joy. With all the things going on in life, with all the chaos and insanity now, and people are like, I know you all have seen it, people are angry and scared and acting out. So my purpose is to try and calm that down, to put the light out there in the world, to put love out there in the world. And I do that through this. I think I told you I may have told you when I walked in here, my soul dog, who passed almost 2 years ago, Max was his name, his collar is hanging in my car. And I just held on to it, and I said, you gotta come in there with me, because I'm nervous. And he did. I felt him right here. That's how powerful they are. And that's how powerful the message is, that the whole animal kingdom is here to help us really move on to a better space. Horses, dogs, cats. He's teaching you something.
You ain't
Casper.
lying.
He is. He's trying to give you a message, and you just haven't gotten it yet. I know these cats. They're incredibly intelligent and sensitive. And wherever he was before you got him, didn't get him. And that's what you're dealing with now. The Jetsam and Flotsam from before life, and you need to let him know, okay, I'm serious. Sit him down seriously and tell him, okay, Casper, this is it. This is the discussion we're having as a father and a son, if you will. You need to stop doing this because it's upsetting me a lot. Tell him how you feel.
Oh, I'm ready to tell them how I feel.
Anything else, Chels?
Well, if it's not just about pets, I have a question for myself.
Okay.
I have a big decision to make in terms of my career. And I'm, without, giving away everything, I'm just wondering if I'm making the right decision.
Well, that's something that you're going to have to dig deep in to you and figure that out. Give me a second. So you have a couple of things that you're thinking about doing, and your lack of being able to make that decision is what's holding you back. You know what you want to do. You know it's going to make you happy. And just pursue it. And it may take you longer than you want it to, but that's how life is. There's no quick solutions to anything. I get that there's a competition level going on in your head with other people in your life, but own your own success. Own your own path. Let nobody else make a decision for you or guide you, because you know what's right for you. Right? You can do this. You are enough. Okay? Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. If you have other questions, call back in. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, give us a call, 888-994-4995. Thanks, Chels. Thanks, Cookie. Call back if you want. Let Joyce know if you have any questions. Give us a call. We're going to take a quick commercial break, thank our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Amy Minty combines the hilarity of For Better or Money, the eroticism of For Love or Sanity, the mystique of For Sink or Swim, and the suspense of For Sex or Revenge, making her fifth novel, For Strip or Gamble, her best to date. Get your copy at amyminty.com or amazon.com. Get yours now.
Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Roku. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button. Pioneer with us.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Melody from Ghost.
Number
Getting good at
uno
this, huh?
movie is the Ghosty movie.
I'm getting good at this.
You're getting good at well, everybody knew that one.
I'm not very good at lyrics. I'm like the lyrical non-person.
What was the number one movie of all time in your life?
Dirty Dancing.
Are you serious?
Pretty much.
That's not
You
even
find
a
that
movie.
funny? Oh my gosh, yes, with Patrick Swayze. Totally. Yeah, it
Instead
was
of
like me at summer camp.
Instead of Ghost, he played in that too.
I think that was before Ghost, but Ghost is another classic. But Dirty Dancing was like,
You
came out when I was in
you
college.
remember Bette Midler in The Rose?
Yeah. It was a very sad movie.
It was,
Well, Beaches was very sad.
but Bette Midler, The Rose to me was, I saw the movie 17 times.
I don't know if I've ever really seen it through as an, I've never seen it as an adult.
I saw it in the movie, 17 different people I took. It was
At
great.
your go-to date night?
That was my go-to because I knew the guy at the movie theater. It was cheap night.
Cheap date night, there you have it. We are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. People are writing in, Joyce, they want to know the number to call and ask questions. We're going to put it on the screen. It's 888-994-4995 and press 1 for Studio A. But in the meantime, Slick, you've got a question for Joyce.
Yes, I do.
Let's turn his mic on.
I have two questions actually.
You have two.
Yeah, I have one that's not personal and one that is.
Is my on?
The first question is, Joyce, what is it? My family, they're dog people.
It is now because he's not in the business.
The mic's on now, but
Team, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
That is a mic.
We are now in July.
I just want you.
Joyce.
Joyce, I just want you to know he does this professionally. He has shows. He's out 5 days a week.
it's by
And
mistake.
even
By
He
mistake.
forgets to turn the mic.
By mistake.
I forget to
By
talk.
mistake. Moving on, but my people, they're dog people. I mostly hang around with cats.
Okay.
I don't know if when I do I'm already old, but when I do establish myself and I do say I want to get my first pet, I'm considering more what is it? I'm undecided. I don't know, to be honest with you. I love dogs, especially the one that my brother had that died, and cats. They always been around me until they leave me for, I don't know, the other neighborhood cats for some reason. I get them as kittens and then they grow up and be their own person and then they leave me. So I'm at a crossroad. No, I don't know what pet
It's
to
an
get.
hour
I don't know
show,
what
you
pet
know.
to get, to be honest with you. I don't know what pet
Okay.
to get, to be honest with you. Dogs, they're good and all that, but cats, I like their smart and I like their smartness.
that a
Like
question?
Answer your own
So what's the
question.
question?
Wow, I definitely
answered
did.
his own
I
question.
definitely answered.
Answer your own question.
I'm so sorry. I do
All right,
this
what's your
on a
personal
daily.
question?
What's the
Personal
second
question. I'm
question?
at a crossroad right now with this guy named Slick and this guy named Gene. I should have been listening to Slick this whole time. I never gave myself this name Slick, but it's kind of like I'm at this crossroad where Slick was on co-pilot. I should have had him as pilot. Should I be listening to Slick more? I feel like I'm getting more trials and I'm getting more speed bumps along the way listening to Slick more. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, listening to this guy. And Slick is kind of like my alter ego.
You're absolutely answering your own question.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. There weren't
You're too
questions.
So the thing with
Yeah.
psychics or mediums,
Mm-hmm.
we're all intuitive, all of us, except many people just don't exercise that muscle. They don't do anything with it. Some people are afraid of it. Some people deny it. You have a clear-cut, intuitive path in you.
Yeah, it's just
You
like
already did it with the dogs and the cats. You know exactly what you're going to get. Why would you get a dog if... And I'll tell you this.
Yeah,
The animal will come to you. They choose us.
true. Because all the kittens that I would say rescued or got, I picked them because it was probably the first one that came to me. So I had a Garfield type of cat at one point, a Snowball type of cat, and a gray cat like your Casper, but he didn't act like Casper. He was he was more polite than Casper, to be honest with you. But I mean, I answered my questions. So Vinny,
I wanted to ask Joyce. I wanted to ask something. Number one, he spoke in third person about Slick.
Yeah.
Now, Slick is a made-up character that he achieved when he came here. It was a name that I gave him because I couldn't remember his name. I think it's Gene. What is your name?
My name is Gene, but I felt like I used.
I don't know any of their names. It's my cousin Vinny, NBA. I mean, that's just the way I work.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, I'm going to ask you on the air because you opened up Pandora's box, is that your identity of being Slick and being on shows and being a celebrity, so to say, has changed your impact about those at home.
Correct.
Where you live.
Yeah.
That happened to me when I went to NYU and I started to read the New York Times, and my friends didn't go to school, they didn't go to college.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I had to make a choice in my life. Am I going to continue this friendship relationship and talk to them like we used to hang out on the corner? Or am I going to be an NYU student? And it's a dilemma, no? That he's going through. But he talks to himself in third person, which I found really interesting.
Interesting. Because he's not sure who he is yet.
To be honest with you, because to be honest with you, like I feel like I'm stepping on a lot of toes family-wise.
That's why you got 10.
And I'm like, you guys, what is it? And I only been down here for 6 months, so I'm like, how am I causing this much turmoil with you guys? You guys are not liking my opinion. You guys think they use harsh words when they try to like when I like comment back at them when they ask for my opinion.
But are you here for them or are you here for you?
That's what I'm saying. I'm here for myself, to be honest with you.
Well,
I'm here to put myself in the best
into
position
that
as possible.
resistance anyway.
Always. But
think we've got
I
some
feel
other
like I get more
questions, too.
resistance from them for some odd reason every time.
You're not here to be like my friend. You're here to be respected.
We got questions from the peanut gallery.
Uh-oh.
What's the next question?
Yes, we had a call in. Miss Libby has a two-part question for you. She says she had a dog who previously passed away, and she just got a new puppy. She's 8 months old and is really smart. They have a really good bond. They want to know if the dogs are connected in any way, or if not, if her dog who has passed, if the spirit is around or is in the new puppy or is around her house.
Didn't you give me their names?
She just wanted to go by Libby.
The dog's names.
Oh, she did not give the names, unfortunately.
Okay, so it's a new puppy.
Yes.
And then the dog that passed.
Yeah.
So the dog that passed sent the new puppy to her. He picked out that dog for her. He is not the same, but he picked her out for good reason. She is going to be really, I'm sorry, good.
It's okay.
I don't even know where it is in my
I
bag.
thought that was the dog. I'm like, I'm looking around.
No, it's not the dog.
You're looking
But
for
that's
what
what
is it?
that's definitely what came through, was that dog that passed sent this dog to her to help fill in the heartache.
There you go, Miss Libby.
Any other questions in the peanut gallery there?
Kelsey has pictures of her dog that she has some questions of if we'd like to bring up, or we can talk
All right, let's
about
put
my
it up.
dogs. All right, Kelsey, you want to bring yours?
I have a question. I had a dog by the name of Nina. When I was 12, I bought Nina. I lost Nina. She was around, I think, 11 years. She was a blue-eyed Siberian Husky that I bought with my own money. And Nina had a tragic end to her life. She had cancer of the
Just
uterus.
got that.
And Nina, before I had to put her down. I had to carry her in a blanket. And I forget this with Michelle. And they went to the vet on Washington Heights, and the vet gave me a minute, and that dog looked at me right through me. Do you see her?
She was a very powerful energy person in your life. You learned a lot from that dog, is what I'm feeling. She was extremely loving and loyal to you. You were her heart. And she knew it ripped you apart when she physically left. Okay, see, I don't control any of this. She just laughed and said, about the frickin' cat. That's exactly what she said. About the frickin' cat, you are letting him run you ragged. She said, if I was there, I'd be kicking his butt. That's exactly what I heard.
I'm going to tell you, when I bury Nina, she's buried in a cemetery in White Plains, New York. I had a full-blown burial for her. Casket. I had people come in. She was buried just like a human being. Everything about a human being that you can think of is what I did for Nina. And I have plaques, and she has a tombstone and the whole nine. I haven't been to New York in about 18 years, and she's somewhere up there in the hills. But I'm going to tell you, Nina was a different significance in my life. She actually taught me to feel, you know, emotionally.
And she wants you to know that she's never left you as far as the love, the hard part. The physical, yes, she's gone. But your connection, your bond to her was like a soul dog. And will she be back in your life again, is what I just heard you thinking? And yes, she will transition again into another. She won't be what she was before, but she'll be another animal. And no, she's not Casper. She will be another dog that comes to you.
Interesting.
Very, very, the link that you have with her, that was only one time in this life, but you've already been with her in other lives. They can do that, you know.
Well, it's the reason I don't get another dog. I had a pit bull, which that was a different story, but it wasn't Nina. Nina was more family than pet, which was kind of strange. But if you understood the relationship we had with the dog, it would be really clear.
We have another question,
All right,
another
what do you
caller.
got?
We have Miss Terry who says she knows you. She has Dude the dog. Dude is having anxiety and she feels it's getting worse. She finds him in the corner of the room. She wants to know why he's so unhappy, and are her past dogs around Dude helping him?
Oh. This is a dog who is reacting to the energy out here at this moment. This is a dog who is, heavily feeling the fear that's going on, not just with the pandemic, but everything else that is going on, politically, emotionally. So please I'm going to tell you, Terry, the way to deal with this, you can give him some CBD oil, you can give him some melatonin, which is homeopathic. I don't do medical, I do homeopathics for my animals. But the biggest thing is for you to talk to him, calm him, and when he goes into the corner, allow him to be there for a few minutes and then coax him out. Let him know that he's safe. He's safe. He has to understand that he's safe.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, so I have to ask her about Nemo because they're yelling in my head that I have to ask you about my dog Nemo. That if I don't ask you, they're all going to say, "Why didn't you ask?" So I have to
What do
ask.
you want to know?
Just tell me about him.
He died too soon. He wasn't quite ready, but his body had another opinion.
His body was ready. Yep.
Yeah, his body was ready to go. You knew that. He told you that. And it's very courageous for us who have pets in our lives to look at them and hear that I'm done. My body's done. I need to go, and you need to let me go. You need to help me facilitate this. That is, I think, I know that's one of the most difficult things for any pet owner who deserves to have a pet, is to say, okay, all right, I'll help you. You're not going to die quietly and peacefully in my house. I get that. You need help. And you did help. And it's unconditional love. That's
They're
what
unconditional love.
It's totally unconditional love. These animals give us so much. They give us strength. They give us, yes, the love. They give us loyalty. They give us companionship. And they give us hope. And I think that's one of the biggest gifts that they give us, is that they give us hope. Because you come home at night after work or whatever, and you're feeling like, God, ugh. And they come over where they're wagging their tails, or they're coming up and jumping on your lap, or whatever it is. It's like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, it's okay. I'm here. I love you.
Pets are great.
That's what they're here for. Remember I said in the beginning, animals are here to teach us to just breathe, to just be in the moment, to not be so serious, to take life so seriously. We're only here for a moment anyway, in this body. And if we need to come back, then we have to come back. I'm hoping that I don't have to come back to this planet the next time. I would like to go home, which is not this planet, believe it or not. And that's another discussion.
Ted, you have more questions?
Yeah, Kelsey has a picture of her dog that she's going to pull up, and she has a question to ask.
All right, I saw you coming out with the mic. All right, let's put up the picture, Kelsey.
All right,
That
so
looks like a human.
my little girl, I just have a quick question. I want to settle a debate if this dog loves my dad more than me. She is my little dog daughter, and her grandpa and her just have this very special bond. And so I know he, one, would love to hear what her thoughts are on him, and two, if just in my mind you can settle this debate. Her name is Maggie.
She's like a universal donor. She doesn't even care who she's with. She loves you all unconditionally. She loves you all the same. Yeah, she may have a favorite that you think she has a favorite, but this dog is such a loving creature. She'd be happy with either one of you. I don't see the preference line that you have made here. She's a good girl. She's really sweet. She cares for all of you equally, is what I'm trying to say. I hope that answers your question. Probably not the way you wanted to, but
No, it does. Thank you. That does answer the question.
okay.
She is just a little ball of love and energy. And I have honestly never seen anything like the bond that she and my dad have. And I love her unconditionally. She's like my little dog daughter. But since we have an expert on the floor, I figured I'd ask.
Okay.
Anyone else have a question? Vinny, Lenny, Hector?
Val, do you have your question up?
I got one. I'm sending you a picture of JoJo's dog. And you can post a picture.
Is she texting you?
Yeah, a lot of people are texting me. I can only do one at a time. If they will call, but she's at work, so I'm doing it for her. The dog had an amputation on the back leg for osteosarcoma. Does she feel that we got all the cancer, and are we able to ask that?
What's the dog's name?
What is the dog's name? I don't know, but let me ask her. That is one huge dog. Did you get the email?
Jojo, what's your dog's name? It's funny, everyone asks pet questions. No one's asked you if they're going to meet the love of their life, when they're going to get married, when they're going to have children. Are they going to be rich and famous? They'll ask about pets.
Do you know why?
Why?
They don't want to know the truth.
Because their pets are so important to them. And if there's somebody that can help answer a question for them, that's what they'll go to.
You get it?
It's like when I go outside and talk to the birds and you laugh at me and the birds are there and the squirrels are there. Like when I went out yesterday and I hear them, they talk in 6 notes or 3 notes, or I just need to understand what those notes mean. We're going to get there. I'm working that muscle to speak with them.
You are.
Rocklin is the dog's name.
What's the dog's name?
Rocklin.
Rocky?
They call him Rocky, but his name is
And
Rocklin.
it's a big dog, isn't it? I know it's a big
It's
dog.
huge.
Yeah, I can feel it's a big dog. Did they get...
That's what she wants to know.
Again, one of those questions that I
Oh.
hate.
He's
But the-
beautiful.
But the...
There he is.
Oh! Oh,
That's
hi,
Rocky.
handsome.
And that dog has changed the path of her life because,
Can you put that picture up one more time?
bring the picture back up.
He is beautiful, Jojo.
I'm here. I'm here for now. Don't look into the future, just, I'm here for now. Okay, but your friend wasn't, they got all the cancer that they saw.
Yeah,
Whether it returns or not,
it's a different question. Enjoy the dog, in other words.
just right now.
Enjoy the
And
dog.
he's fine with being a tripod.
He's happy with 3 legs.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to this.
This is great.
I'm not a professional like you guys.
You are doing fantastic. Everybody is writing in. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, Val has a question. They're going to pull up her dog.
All right, we got another question coming in.
And no horse questions. That's really interesting.
And now I have a horse question, but I can't reveal. I gotta be careful with this one. There is another studio that we have at the radio station. It's 10 minutes from here.
Okay.
And this is a horse
Yeah, put
question.
that
There
in.
was a child that was riding a horse and a tragic accident happened.
And it was not the horse's fault, is what I'm hearing.
It's funny because the father he's a good friend of mine, a good friend of all of us. He does a tribute to the daughter. And the animal was a beautiful, and it's the same tragic accident that happened to Superman. The guy who plays Superman, Reeves, whatever his name is.
Christopher Reeves.
Reeves.
Christopher Reeves, who hit his head on a rock because the horse stopped short. And it's funny because after that, he had me do bits and tips or tips and bits that were horses that train children that have diseases or illnesses and they can't control their bodies and stuff. And all of that came into play. I learned more about horses with this gentleman, and I'll keep his name, remain silent.
Bit by bit.
But I learned more about horses and the whole tragedy, and I've had people on shows that I've done there actually talk about horses at the studio, talk about barns, and talk about the little girl and what have you. And I just wanted to know if you could pick up on that.
It was not the horse's intention for this to happen. I think I'm feeling that the horse felt terrible afterwards. Emotionally, just flipped out. If the horse could have gone back in time and redid it, it would have. Not that it thinks that way, but it was like, it was a tragedy. And it was rider, horse, circumstance issue. When people, okay, horses are big, obviously. They can be up to 1,400 pounds. That's a lot of power. And if you don't know what you're doing, if you're sending the wrong signals through the reins or your legs, the horse can get confused and do a move that you, the rider, are not prepared for.
Right.
And an accident can ensue. And as a rider, I have been fallen more times than I ever want to think of. And you get hurt. You hit the ground hard. And if you hit the ground wrong, you're either crippled or you're dead. That's what you have to accept when you get on a horse. You have to accept the responsibility that something could happen. But it's 9 times out of 10, it's the rider's responsibility.
User error, as they call it.
User error,
It's a
that's
tough
very
one.
good. I have to remember that. Thank you.
It's funny because my uncle has horses in Puerto Rico, and I went there with Michelle, and I was the only one that did not ride. And I didn't ride because I had and they laugh at me, but I said the horse doesn't want me on its back. And they laughed. They would call me chicken, they call me all sorts of things. I said, you call me what you want. But I'm the only one that did not ride it, and the only one that the horse came up to was me. It had an apple in my hand, it snuggled with me. It didn't do that to anybody else, except me, the one who did not ride it.
You
And
know
I always
why?
wondered about that.
Because you've showed him respect. There's a thing, people don't get that. Just because it's an animal and doesn't talk verbally, doesn't mean you shouldn't give it respect. When I meet a new animal, no matter, because I do Reiki as well, and I'll walk into a barn, before I even open the stall door, I'm talking to that horse and asking if they want me to work on them. Same thing that I would do with a human. And most people don't, not most people, many people look at horses as a thing, especially in the commercial horse dealings, the shows, the racing, polo, all the horse racing. They don't look at these animals as sentient beings that deserve anything that we would give to another human. And you thought about why you weren't going to ride the horse. You thought about it. And I know that horse picked it up. And that's why it gravitated to you. It
It's really
felt
strange.
safer with you than it did with the other people.
It's strange. And I don't ride horses. I think maybe in my life I rode a horse one time. And
That's
I
a-
never liked the feel.
In
I
this
didn't like-
life.
I didn't like, well, this life. I didn't like the feel of it. I didn't like, you know, I was in Greece. And they put me on a mule to go, it goes through the town and it goes up to the mountains. And the mother was in front. And the mother sort of gave me a bath with all sorts of stuff coming out of her.
Nice.
Because this went up a mountain. And 1 inch over to the right, I'm dead with this mule. I mean, the drop must have been 400 feet.
God.
And so when I got up to the top of the hill, I took the hay and I started hitting the owner of it and threw money at him. I says, get these animals off of this thing. I mean, it was the craziest thing. I can't remember the town, but the mule and the mule went through the town. It goes up the hill to this castle. And I was scared to death. I was bigger than the little baby mule. And they put me on this little, get out of here, you're done, forget it.
Joyce, how do people find you for more readings, more information? You do private readings?
I do private. Next month I'm going to be starting doing on Zoom classes for people to learn how to do what I do. But you can reach me. My phone number is 561-480-4892. My website, let me see if I can remember it, is Joyce with 2 C's, JoyceBHealer.com. And my email address is spiritdancer76@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I know there's going to be a lot more questions. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, it's funny you said CBD because your CBD store is joining us virtually from the Hollywood location. We've got Jay Cortez and a new owner of your CBD store. So we can talk pets and CBD, and any more questions you have for Joyce, you can give us a call. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of scotch, whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Your CBD store, 4 locations, and now she's working on training all of the others. You can contact Jay at 561-437-1080. That gets you in touch with Boca, East Boynton, Pembroke Pines, and Singer Island store.
Now, our friends over from New York Sound just sent us a breaking news piece. It doesn't quite sound like...
You don't like that? You don't like those ventriloquist sound effects?
Are you having a seizure? What is that? You have to go to the bathroom? All you gotta do is raise your hand and go.
I gotta go. Ah, there we go.
Oh yeah, she's very adorable. Would you like to take her home with you? Okay, listen. Unemployment, $600 per week that you're getting now for unemployment has been extended to December 31st of this year.
End of 2020.
So now if you're getting unemployment and they're kicking in that $600, that's $2,400 a month.
You should apply.
I think I'm going to quit. Fire me. I want to go. That's more money than I make now. 24 plus the 250.
Should I open up the ad for an extra
It's
co-host?
$3,000 a month.
More than you're making now.
I will be hiring people. I will be your agent. Unbelievable.
There you
Good
have it.
stuff. Good stuff.
But I understand there are some glitches in the system that people who can't identify their identities, if they weren't born in Florida, they're having some glitchy things going on, and they can't seem to fix that.
If you weren't born in Florida, they won't find you.
Well, that's kind of what's happening.
So how do you fix that?
That's the problem that we were told.
I think we should call the unemployment. Oh, they won't pick up.
That's what they're trying to do there, because there's been, I think she said like 19% of people are having a hard time being identified if they weren't born in the state of Florida, which to me, your social security number should be universally recognized in the United States. So for some reason, it's not happening. So I don't know what's going on.
Today's July what?
14th. Guess what tomorrow is?
The taxes are due tomorrow. I haven't even started mine.
It's all right. They say you can take an extension.
How do you get an extension?
You need an accountant.
That's not true. Anybody can get an extension.
What are you going to do? Call up
First of
IRS?
all,
Can I have
my
an extension?
entire accounting firm is gone. They're not open. So what do I do now? I call who? 1-800 fix your taxes?
Maybe go to irs.gov and put in an extension.
Is that what you should do?
I don't know. That's in my brain.
Did you-
irs.gov.
You know
Try
that
it out.
tomorrow is your tax? An extra extension?
Yeah, just ask for an extension. You have till October 15th then to deal with it.
I have such a freaking
Ay,
headache.
Papa Dios.
What is wrong with you today?
Stop telling me to take the Benadryl. The segment is not brought to you by Benadryl, I can say, but it might be brought to you by your CBD store and my CBN. As soon as Jay is on the line, we can chit-chat about that.
I think that this section should be brought to you by Gubba Rum. If you have a partner like Dawn, you need a lot of Gubba in your life.
A lot of Gubba Rum. You know, you're hearing different restaurants and bars that are closing down, but no one's saying that you can't get some Gubba Rum and partake at home and have your own little mini staycation vacation. You know, we're just changing it up. Get your own bottles of Gubba Rum. Make your own drinks. We'll provide some recipes, I think.
Are social clubs also closed?
Meaning?
A social club, like, you know, a social club?
Meaning?
Like, you don't know what a social club is? You know this stupid Wally Wonka thing, but you don't know what a social club
in
is.
your mind is a social club, or everyone else's mind is a social club.
Well, you go to a place, you hang out.
Strip clubs? No, they're not open.
Did I say strip club?
That's why I asked, what's a social club?
Strip club, I
kind
can
of-
see is not open. I'm talking about social clubs. So the guys, they go into this man cave.
That would be a dance hall.
It's not a dance hall. Would you get your mind out of the guy? Remember, hold on. Remember the guy we went to see that had all the racing cars in the building?
Yes.
And he had a social club.
I don't know if event spaces are open. That would be a question for New York Sounds.
Social club. I'm going to ask for the last time.
What's a social club? Name a social club.
People come into a place, they're wearing masks,
Mhm.
and you get a drink, and you throw darts, you hang. It's like a man cave.
No, they are not open. Those would be bars.
It's not a bar.
Are they serving a drink?
I could go to your house, have a beer with Chuck and
That's not a
Aaron
social
and
club. It's my
Freddie, and-
house.
It's what it is, a social club.
That's your house. Then you're going back to opening like a speakeasy. It's like back into
See,
way
the
back
problem
when.
with you is that you keep giving things negative
Not
negative
negative.
names. Speakeasy. Speakeasy.
Speakeasy. No good?
I don't know.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. No,
Joyce, while we're waiting for our caller, we have more
What
people
store?
writing in. Anyone else back on yet? Your CBD store?
No.
All right. The next.
They're on, yes.
They're on? All right. So we'll ask you when we go to commercial break. Abby, we see your question. We will ask Joyce at commercial break, or you can always call her. I'm going to pose it and you can think about it in the meantime.
Also, there are horses behind you, the J. Harmon drawers. Those are all pencil.
When I came in, they called me over there.
Did they
And-
talk to you?
And I'd like to know where he's getting all those. Jay, if you can call in, where he gets all of that
Inspiration.
energy and stuff to go with the pictures.
I call her Fairy up at the top.
A fairy?
I think the white horse, I name her. I always say I want to name these horses. So I told Jay we wanted to have a contest as to naming his horses. We never did it, but so I named them
At the
myself.
Beasley studio, I got four horses, I think, up there. 2 horses. I
They're
don't know, maybe we
beautiful.
got like 2 or 3 horses.
You got these two up here that are very powerful.
He's very in touch with the horses for some reason. He has a black and white. He has.
And your
these.
guide up there.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring over Jay from your CBD store. See what she's got going on in Hollywood. Hello.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Good.
So tell us about this new store.
This is my friend Jackie, who owns the store here in Hollywood. So we're working on training a new employee for her, and just kind of hanging out in the Your CBD store today.
Freddie wants to know what's gotten into me, and I said, you're going to have to ask you. It must be the CBN I'm taking every night. People want to know, they say, you sleep. How are you sleeping now? And I said, talk to Jay.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was just telling Jackie today, she's having trouble sleeping too. I'm like, listen, you own a CBD store. There's CBN here. Like, take a bottle home and start using it. You know, I've been using it probably about a month now, and it's amazing.
Makes you
and I'm really going to try too.
So how long have you had the Hollywood store?
I opened the 28th of March.
Oh, geez.
Right when everything's shut down. So it's a challenge right now, trying to get customers in or getting to know that the place is open.
But they're learning about it. You've got the best with you. There's no one better than Jay to train you.
Now
I agree with you 100%.
You are also located towards Miami, right? Hollywood, in that direction?
Yes. Right there in Florida.
I got to tell you, I know people who work down there, first responders that are working down there. We got a major crisis with the hospitals down there because there aren't enough ICU beds. And forget about that for a second. There aren't enough nurses that's going to handle the problem. The nurses are being flown out to Texas. And then whatever's left over is being flown out to Arizona. I got this right from a lady who interviewed you and your doctor, who's running Jackson Memorial. So there aren't enough nurses to run this. And the panic that is happening right now is tremendous. So that being said, we got to make a lot of noise in Hollywood to do what this lady on your left has shown me, to sort of calm the masses. Because what happens is panic is beginning to set in, and you're going to see mistakes happen. And you sleeping is a testament, because nurses and stuff, they got to get rest. They are on this flow of constantly and constant. And the worst is about to happen starting next week, when you start seeing the number of nurses that are not available, first responders that are not available, because this thing has gone in a different direction. And that is your forte, is to calm those seas right now, which is what happened with you.
Yes. Although maybe not today so much, but it's beautiful, Jay, when you actually sleep. People write into me, I hear you sleeping, I rewatch your first hour, I see the show, and I give them your number, but then I think they're afraid to call you. Don't be afraid to call. Let's put her number up, guys. It's 561-437-1080. I know, you also have the bath bombs.
Oh, I love our bath bombs. Love them. The lavender one is the best one in my opinion, just because it's relaxing. Like after a super, super hard day, a lavender bath bomb in my CBN, I'm good. I'm good to go.
And we were talking on our first hour, we have Joyce Brodsky. She is a pet psychic, intuitive, and a person psychic as well. And someone asked about their dog having anxiety, and she says she recommends CBD. So how fortuitous that here you are. Tell us about what you have to offer for pets.
Well, we have we have several different treats that are different sizes and different textures, just to accommodate the size and the likings of our animals, because they are finicky just like we are. And then we also have the oils that they suggest that you put it behind their canine tooth. However, you could put it on a treat, you could put it in their food. You know, Chelsea that used to work for us, she would put it in the palm of her hand, and her dog would lick it out of the palm of her hand. So the oils are more suggested for like aches and pains and things like that. And then the treats more so for behavioral things like anxiety and separation and that kind of thing. So people just don't realize that our pets have endocannabinoid systems just like we do. Theirs are just more sensitive than ours are. So the milligrams aren't as high.
And anyone who's got diabetes, thyroid disease, all these underlying autoimmune issues, We also have the endocannabinoid system. Does the CBD still work with that? Does it work in conjunction with medications?
Well, it's crazy that you asked me that because we had a customer earlier that came in. There are studies that show that CBD can slightly increase or decrease blood thinners and heart medication. I always tell our customers that if they are in doubt, ask their doctor. Ask your doctor, how would CBD interact with the medicines that I'm currently taking? But those are the only 2 studies that we found so far, as far as interactions and things like that go. And as studies go on, we may see that is not true, or we may see that there are more things that they add to it. We don't know. But definitely, if they have questions, ask your doctor. Your doctor will shoot straight with you.
And it's funny because Slick was talking this morning about how their generation is dealing with this anxiety over everything, not just what we're in, just anxiety as a whole.
Yeah.
You've got products to work with that. Just don't go Slick's way and eat a whole bag of edibles. You kind of can do 1 or 2. Right, Slick? Oh, not a whole bag, no.
Yeah, the serving
If necessary.
not the entire bag.
Well, what's happening is now that the schools are debating about how to open, why to open, these kids are under the most, and you can feel the tension begin to mount. Like Dina going back to New Hampshire. You can feel what's going on because, let's be practical. Teachers are scared to death. Students are scared to death. The adults here, they don't know what's coming as well. To learn under these deals, very difficult. You asked me this morning about millennials. You got to focus on those first responders, on the students, to get them even keeled so that at least they can learn, whether it's going to be virtual, a half and half, whatever the deal is. But leading up to the next week as to what the hell is going to happen in August, everybody right now, the job market, everybody right now needs to get on the same page, to get in there, get the consultation. They'll tell you what you need, not what you don't, and go from there. You got to make the noise and let Hollywood know, hey, I'm here. Come on down and let's have a little chit chat. It works in their stores, and we had people down from some of the senior homes and stuff. The nurses, when this thing started, everybody was in giant panic. They're a little less panicked now, but here we go again. So what you got in Hollywood cooking right now is essential. It's what people need to know that you're there.
Joyce, you use CBD for your dog, cat, horse?
I have used CBD oil, not for my cats, but for my dogs, both of them, and my horse. I have a miniature horse, and he's had health issues off and on, and I find the oil is incredible. I take it too.
It's good.
For many reasons, and I think the time has come for all of us to recognize what a powerful healing tool this is. Used correctly, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and that's the biggest key, is using it correctly and going somewhere to buy it and purchase it where you know you're getting a good product, and that they will actually educate you on how to use it.
Yeah.
We've talked about it so many times. People say that they've tried CBD. Well, in my opinion, either 1, they didn't get a good product, or 2, they weren't taught. They weren't taught how to properly use it. You take it for 3 days, let those cannabinoids build up in your system, and then if you need to increase, then you increase in small increments. Like when people are buying from CVS and the gas station and things like that, they aren't getting that education, so they don't know that all of our bodies are different, and that our fat intake and our metabolism affect how the CBD works with our receptors. And it's just, you guys know how I feel about education. If I could educate every day, all day long, I would just be a happy woman. Just let me spread the word all day.
I'm excited. I'm hoping you're spreading the word on your own Your CBD Store BYOB this afternoon.
Yes, Jackie and I are going to do that.
Yes,
We're looking
we are.
forward to it. I'm excited that she gets to be the first one that I get to interview. So,
What are some of the things you're going to talk about? When you educate, where do you start?
well, the first thing that we ask a customer when they walk in the door is, are you familiar with CBD? And then that in turn lets them tell us that yes, they know about CBD and the cannabinoids or in their endocannabinoid system, or they know nothing. So it kind of tells us where we need to start with educating them. If they say, my friend told me about CBD and it works great for her, but I don't understand it. And then I go in and I explain to them, how our bodies naturally produce them. And, but some people don't need that complete education. They just need an education on what product will work best for them.
It's interesting the other night, because I've been running a lot. I told you, I go outside, I walk, I talk to the birds, I come back in and I run, and I need new sneakers. So in the meantime, my shins were killing me. So I get in bed that night and I take the topical, the thick cream Freddie, and not one spot, all over my legs, like it's a body lotion. And then I put it on my hands because of the weights and everything. I may as well take in a bath in the topical cream. And they look at me at my house and they said, well, you're putting it everywhere? And I'm like, and she's laughing. Pretty much, I put my legs, my hands, a great night's sleep, and the next day, I felt great. My body aches were gone. Everything felt so much better.
Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
So my question is, for most people, there's so many now, the market is just flooded with CBD oils and companies.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
how do you know what the best quality? I've done a lot of Googling and researching, and I get some of it, but for most people, they'll go into a store, like you said, who's going to buy this from a gas station or a drugstore?
Good question.
It's ridiculous because the price is better. That doesn't give you a good quality oil.
No, sometimes, cheaper is not always the best quality. I tell our customers, even if they don't choose to buy from us, there are two things that they want to look for. They want to make sure that it's grown in the United States and that there is a lab report that's available. And I used to tell my customers, make sure there's a lab report available even if you don't want to look at it. I tell them now, look at the lab report. Look at the lab report and make sure that what that label says is actually behind the label.
The products that we have on the table, bring them up.
That's really, really important. And, cheap things aren't good and good things aren't cheap sometimes. So if you're pulling something up out of a dropper, out of a CBD bottle, and it's not organic, and it's chunky, and it is dark and doesn't look good, it was probably ethanol extracted, which is not a very clean way to extract hemp from the plant. Ours is supercritical CO2 extracted, which is a little more expensive to extract that way, but it's one of the healthiest ways, one of the cleanest ways that you can extract from the plant. And you want to make sure that you're getting a broad spectrum product or a full spectrum if you're looking for the touch of THC. An isolate was not meant to be a daily regimen. It's not meant that an isolate is great if you have, and that's just CBD. The isolates are just CBD. If you have a headache or you're having a panic attack or something and you're looking for a supplement to your daily routine, an isolate might be fine.
For my panic attacks, Jay, maybe I need to get some of your candies or something.
Yes.
I'm 100% honest. I'm sitting here and I'm using this body lotion. If you smell cucumber, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the hard candies, I love the hard candies. I like them better than the gummies, just for me personally. They link kind of sucking candies, so I need to get some of those. But this is awesome also. But tell everyone about the QR code on your products at your CBD store.
Yeah, each product has a QR code on it. You can scan the QR code, put the lot number in that's also on the bottle, and it'll take you to the lab report for the product that's in that bottle. So we don't spot check our batches. Every batch is tested. And if it doesn't pass, it doesn't come in our stores. There's 700 stores across the United States and in 2 foreign countries that SunMed supplies to, and I can tell you that there are times, like right now, There are products that we can't order because they didn't pass the lab. They didn't pass the lab test. Like, I don't have to call Jason at corporate and say, why can't I get 500 mint? Because I already know. I already know that it didn't pass lab and it's not coming to my store.
Joyce,
So and the company is so transparent that you don't even have to scan the QR code. You can go to sunflora.org, click on lab reports, and it'll pull up every lab report for every product that we use or that we carry in our stores.
Wow.
So you don't even have to have a QR code. Anybody in the world can look at the lab reports that want to look at them.
And it's funny because when we first met them, now I've been taking CBD 5 years.
Yeah.
For years. Good, bad, or indifferent. I bought it, they brought it to me from gas stations to Sunoco's to the middle of the
We went
desert.
down to one of the company labs.
We went to a company lab where they made it in front of us, the whole nine. They come in here and they do a 10-day challenge. Now, I had cracked this elbow on a shoot that we did a few years ago. This elbow has never been the same. I couldn't even do this before because it would kill me. So he comes in, they come in, I put it here, I put it on my feet that have neuropathy. And all of a sudden, something starts to happen on here and on my feet. And I gotta tell you, I swear by that, if you don't take anything else, I mean, I love their products no matter what. I use it on my hands for sunburn and everything else. But that one particular product, 1 day, 2 days, and then you gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep using it. You can't use it once and say it didn't work. 10 days later, unbelievable. The sleep that I get, because I used to have a hard time falling asleep because of the pain in my legs. This stuff is magic. Word gets out. They started taking it, coming to my house, getting foot rubs, gone. I got another one, I hid it. I hid it behind a chest drawer because people would come and take it. My son, everybody loves this stuff. The difference here is that when you use it, when you use their product, you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. You're going to see the difference on this thing, but you got to use it, okay? I wanted to ask a question also from Tracy's Water, which I'm going to tell you, I have to admit on the air, I've been using it now for 3 days, been drinking it like she said, and I put the CBD in the water, and this water, what's it called?
Kangen water.
Kangen water gets into your cells more readily. It is making your, you know that little thing that I put in my coffee?
Your neuro.
Yeah.
Your neuro? You put neuro in this water, I'm going to tell you something. It is a dangerous combination. It gets in, you can actually feel the tension melt off your body.
They say you should absorb 30% more by using this water, which means you're absorbing that much more of the neuro. You're not flushing it through with other kinds of water.
Unbelievable. It's gotten to a point, all I do now is I want to sit and just relax. Let everybody in here drive them crazy.
Last week, Jay, he's sitting and I said, could you maybe get up and help me? And he goes, but why? I'm sitting here. And I said, no, I really need you to get up and engage in what we were doing over
and
here.
I grunt.
And he grunts getting up.
We need to get him some CBG too, to just kind of, give him
get up and go.
All I know is that this combination, the same thing with this combination, if you use this, Joyce, with the cream that I'm talking about, this sort of opens it up, and this smells terrific. And then you wait 5-10 minutes, and then you put the other ointment on there for diabetics. And I was talking to Tracy because she wants to do something to help relieve some of the pains and stuff that diabetics go through. Now, Dawn doesn't have diabetes. I can tell her all day long how I feel and how this stuff helps me. She's not gonna understand it. It's like getting a pair of contacts and all of a sudden green is green. This is green. I can see this now. Before I had LASIK, this was gray. I never understood what green was until they fixed my eyes. That's what this stuff does. And it's hard to explain to people. People think that I'm pitching it. I'm not pitching it. This stuff works. And if you don't think it works, I'll buy it from you. I will buy whatever you buy if you don't think it works. But you got to use it. That's the only deal I ask. You can't use it once and walk away. If they put you on a 10-day program, you got to use it for 10 days. And you're another living example because you're using the CBG. CBN. You stopped using it, and what happened?
I couldn't sleep anymore.
And what happened when you went back?
Oh, now I sleep again.
And you sleep, and that's the deal. And that's the difference.
I actually get excited, Jay. I look at, because we leave here late. By the time I go home, work out, do what I do, I eat dinner like 9 o'clock. So I finish dinner, I take a shower, I'm like, oh, 10 o'clock, time for my CBN. And now I get into bed and I watch TV or I get on my computer. But I know if I'm in bed around 10-ish, that means by 11 I'm asleep and I can get a good night's sleep. If I started too late, then I got to build in that extra hour. Last night I was watching Bull.
I saw
And
it.
right at the very end of Bull, out. So I got a timer, but it's an incredible product. And then I wake up like this, and he says, "What are you
I'm
doing?"
like, who are you? The last couple of days,
Exactly.
you've been
I
more
mean,
energized.
there's nothing better than a good night's sleep. I mean, your sleep kind of dictates what the next day is going to be like. I mean, if we toss it and we turn and we get a horrible night's sleep, then the next day we're all groggy and we're crabby, and it's just not worth it. It's just, I mean, why not use something that's already in your body that's natural instead of melatonin or Benadryl or we were talking about Benadryl earlier, or all of those, you know what I mean? It's something it's natural. It's something that your body already produces. I just
Do you have any
use
specials right
what's
now?
already in there.
Any discounts or promotions?
Yeah, we're doing 20% off the entire store, which is, I think, was what we were doing the last time we were together too. But that seems to be working for everybody pretty well. And in times like this, like instead of trying to target on certain products, you know, we're doing a whole store kind of thing, so we can kind of touch everybody and let them know that we're here and we have solutions for you. You just have to come in and let us talk with you and try to figure out what works best for you.
Now, what if people don't want to come in?
They can call. You can call. I'll do a phone consultation with you right over the phone, and you won't be the first because I've done many. You know, can't begin to tell you how many times I've had to pull off the side of the highway, which I don't mind at all, and do a consultation with somebody on the phone. You know, we can decide what it is that you need or what you want. We can deliver it right to your doorstep. We can ship it to you. You can come into the store. We're all about how it works best for you right now because people have different feelings right now. Some people go out, some people don't, you know, and that's fine. We'll accommodate you however we can.
Now let's talk about the Houston store. Where are you located?
Hollywood.
I mean Hollywood. Houston. I'm in Texas. Still.
Hollywood. Yep,
Hollywood
go ahead,
store.
Jackie.
Well, we're at west of Sheridan Street from I-95.
West. Okay.
So I-95, you head west. And just as soon as you go over the ramp, we're on the right-hand side with the Sheridan Park West Plaza.
Oh, I know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
What are the hours that you're open?
Open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
And is the setup the same? You go in, you get a consultation?
Same thing.
Do they have to call to make the appointment or can they do walk-ins?
Walk-in.
Okay. How long have you been open?
March 28th.
Of this year?
March 20th of
Okay,
this
so that's
year.
a brand new store.
Yes, it is.
It's beautiful. Her store is beautiful too.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
So maybe we should bring in that first responder. Remember when we did the first responder piece and we were ringing bells and everybody was like getting crazy on this thing?
You did a whole sample pack for first responders when this whole thing first started. Who would ever think we'd be back in the soup to do that again? And we have all the little sample, and those were great because people could try everything.
Yes, the sample packs are great, you know, and that's every customer that comes in that purchases something, we give them a little sample of something that they didn't buy so they can try a different product, you know, or if somebody comes in and, you know, they aren't sure, we'll give them a sample, especially of the topical cream. That's like, you know, like if I have a customer that comes in and they're like, yeah, my shoulder's hurting, I'm like, oh, great. Well, here, let me give you some topical cream, and then I'll tell you all about it. And then by the time I'm done talking to you about it, your pain, you can feel the effects of it. So people love that, you know. We
And let me
sample the
ask
water
you-
solubles in the store too.
I also want to ask you about kids. Now we're talking about whatever form of school we go back to, whether it be virtual, hybrid, in person. Kids, you got to go back to school somehow, some way. The anxiety of what's next, of seeing your friends, of not seeing your friends, of getting on the internet, of not. You work with children, ADD, ADHD, anxiety, different products?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, because the products that we sell in different milligrams. We sell them in different milligrams for a reason. Back to how CBD works with your bodies. Obviously, with working with a child, we always tell the parent, once again, if they have any doubts, they need to contact their pediatrician or their doctor. But it's the parent's right, to decide if they want to use something that's more natural in order to treat the anxiety, or you want to take your kid to the doctor. That's your right. And either way, I'm not going to say that one way or the other is right or wrong. I have a friend that from Ohio that called me the other day, and she's like, listen, her son has ADHD, and she's like, I've got to get him off of this Adderall. Like, he's 13. I don't want to do it anymore. Like, we've got it for so many years. I want my kid back. Can you help me? So she and I talked through some things, and I shipped her out some product, and he's doing great on it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Slick, maybe you should have Asa back on your show.
Actually, I've been talking to Asa. He's been doing a lot of moves. That's why
You and Asa are doing moves.
Like he's
Is
been
that
doing a lot of
oil slicked
I
up?
don't know
He's
what's
been
up
doing
with
a
this
lot
guy.
of business moves.
Oh, you and
he's-
Asa are making business moves. Did you know
Yeah.
that, Jay?
He's been doing a lot of moves.
Asa is opening his own company, his own
Correct.
business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
He's,
Yeah,
I think he and Slick have been bouncing things off of one another, which is great.
It's like a breaking news deal.
And I know you're working with FemCity also. I'm excited about that connection.
And I want to
Yeah.
open up. I want to, this thing took us for a loop this week again. But I was going to talk to the gentleman. He was all in on doing the CBD mobile, and the way it was going to work, we were going to be on this mobile. We're going to be handing out some literature, what have you, to be continued.
Just give it a couple weeks.
You got to give it a couple of weeks. He says as soon as
yeah.
things sort of die down. But what a concept to have your product on this bus. We'll go down to Hollywood. We'll hit the other stores. What a concept is to make. You got to make a little noise. You got to let people know you're there. That's what it comes down to.
And I think the best thing, Jay, I would love to get some testimonials the next time you come on the show. Like you have Jackie sitting with you. We can give them another code to come in, and let's hear. I mean, our stories, right? My hormonal 53-year-old lack of sleeping and all of this. You've got your neuropathy. All these things that we all have. We all have something, but there's different products. You use certain products. I use certain products. The kids use other products. We're kind of like a whole petri dish right here.
I think Jackie also. I would like to have you interviewed on one of the Hispanic shows.
Is Jackie Hispanic?
It doesn't matter. There's a huge Hispanic following down in Hollywood West. Huge. Because I did shows down there. Isn't there like a miniature stadium down there on the west side? Soccer stadium?
It's closer to Miami. We're right at T.Y. Park.
Okay. Down
Young
there,
Circus.
there's a facility that we used to do a stadium one time, to do a deal.
I think they're near Jay's place. Remember Jay
Yes.
and Jean? We did that.
And down there, there's a huge Hispanic community. And what I want to do is I want to reach this product among the Hispanic community, because a lot of people think that CBD and all the products is like marijuana, like Mary Jane. They don't understand the difference yet.
Exactly.
And we need to clarify that. And that you make it easier now because you're south. We have a studio not too far from her, down south. So the best is yet to come, but I would like to make some noise down in Hollywood.
Yep. We're going to go to commercial break. You want to stay with us?
Yeah, we can.
All right, stay with us for a few more minutes. Give us a call with any questions, 888-994-4995, or call Jay directly at 561-437-1080, and they'll help you with any of the 4 or 5 locations. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
If you have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up.
Sometimes to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo coffee growers and roasters have that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to run its course, Paramount Property Maintenance is offering the community a helping hand. Introducing the COVID-19 Action Disinfecting Plan, a one-of-a-kind procedure that will effectively clean and disinfect your business or place of residence. Paramount Property Maintenance has years of experience in dealing with biological contaminants, and their methods are proven to be more reliable and more extensive than any janitorial or cleaning service in South Florida. The COVID-19 Action Procedure features the use of hospital-grade disinfectant recommended by the CDC, as well as a highly trained sanitation team that will make sure every surface in the room receives proper treatment. Contact Paramount Property Maintenance today at 305-761-8191 to make your home or workplace COVID-19 free. Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Called Right Here Waiting. It's an 80s song
I know
Right
that
here
song.
waiting for you.
by Richard Marx.
Yes.
Written in
I was gonna
1989.
give you the answer.
You are? Next time. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe.
Next time.
As well, wrap up our Tuesday show. We've got some more questions for Jay and Jackie over at your CBD store. Right now, they're at the Hollywood store, but Jay also has 4 locations: Boynton, East Boynton, Boca Raton, Singer Island, and Pembroke Pines. So Jay, there's a question here. If someone lives in Wellington, can you help them?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Night before last, I think it was. I don't know, my days are running together, maybe. It was either Saturday or Sunday. I made a delivery to Loxahatchee on my way home from the island. So I don't mind to drive. I have GPS. I can deliver anywhere. I live in Wellington, so that's actually close to home for me.
Well, expect a phone call from me.
And it's funny because they deliver stuff here, right? And we were on set, and by the time I got out there to see what they delivered, it was all gone.
Joy says she's going to give you a call.
Yes, absolutely. Give me a call. We'll figure out what you need, and I can bring it to you. You can come see me, whatever works for you.
On her way home. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See that? We make it easy for everyone. People who live in North Palm Beach, if they can't get to you from Singer Island or Boynton, again, you will get it to them.
For sure. For
Can't be
sure.
any easier
Pembroke
than that.
But you want the
Elwood, we're everywhere. We have a friend that has a store in Sunrise, one in Fort Lauderdale, you know.
We're all over.
We're all over the place.
But you want the experience, because what happens is, now you're educated, you know the differences and stuff, but there are medical doctors that we have gone through this whole song and dance with.
Yep.
And then they'll argue what they don't know. So you have to be respectful, right? And you have to sort of, but what I like about the consultation is they go through this whole cone, and they'll tell you yes or no, this, and that, and they'll put it together for you. And they're full of information, which is what happened in that room when they came and they spoke to us. There were things that were done, things that were given that I didn't think would work in a million years, and it was fantastic.
And it's interesting, I met you all at an art show in Boca.
Yes.
When it was still art show season. Clearly those events, I think that was the last event I went to, and it's so great to meet you there.
I miss them so much. Like, forgive me. You know, doing the shows and things, and just the concentration of people and people in their own comfort space. You know what I mean? Like walking past a booth and picking up something seems so much easier for people than actually walking through the door of our stores for some reason. But I miss those events so much. But eventually, one day, hopefully, we'll get back there.
But in the meantime, this is a great alternative because you don't even have to leave your home. You don't have to worry about being exposed. Just call her, 561-437-1080, simple.
You could be in there, your pajamas, you could be dressed for work, you could be however, I have no clue. Just pick up the phone and call me, and we'll talk it through. That's what we'll do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. 20% off the entire store. Give Jay a call, 561-437-1080. I'm going to get you all the information. I'm going to see you on your CBD store, BYOB, at 2:30.
And Hollywood. Go down to Hollywood, say hello to the new store, make them feel welcome. We know that it's very difficult now, but we will be seeing more of Hollywood in the future. Unfortunately, we have a hiccup on the road. We have to overcome this. But go on down, let them know. You have a question or two, they'll answer it.
We're going to keep going. And Joyce, there's more questions I'm going to ask you, I guess, off the air. They wanted, my daughter writes in, is Cookie and Theo, are they soulmates? I told her I would ask you. Theo is her boyfriend, the dog's boyfriend, not my daughter's.
I was about to say your daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah,
and
no, the
daughter is
dog has
kinda
a boyfriend.
freaky.
Okay, just go back a little bit slower. You asked me about Cookie.
Cookie, she has a boyfriend,
Talk into your
Theo.
microphone.
Cookie's boyfriend.
Cookie's boyfriend is Theo, and they're wondering, are they soulmates? Just got to give to your mic. They are not
Sorry.
soulmates, she says. Okay.
No.
No, that Cookie don't got no soulmate. That Cookie should be put in a...
They're in, it's this life. This is a first.
And they're in love.
They're in love.
Yes. The
Really?
dogs
That's
love
okay.
each other.
Really? What kind of
There
dog
is,
is...
you know, you can, just like Cookie.
Really?
Yes, they're one and the same.
She got a boyfriend already? Where did this dog come from?
Lives in an apartment upstairs. Where else do you meet?
I love
In the
it.
apartment building, right?
I love
Where
it. That's
else do
great.
you meet?
Kismet. It was meant to be.
It was meant to be, exactly.
Do dogs talk to one another?
Oh, hell yes.
And they understand each other?
Oh, yes.
Wow, I am dumbfounded.
So do cats. So do horses. So do all animals.
Interesting.
You're gonna
And
go
guess
home and have
what?
a-
They can go interspecies.
All of a sudden, that's what I was about to ask. I'm like, do they?
Yeah, they can. Yeah. They have
There's mine.
more body language for other species than their own.
Yeah.
They will react to a posture of another animal. If they're approaching, let's say sorry, I can go crazy. Let's say a giraffe is walking around and it meets up with a hippopotamus. They have a communication that they understand. They don't speak in their own language, but there is an interspecies, if you will, universal language.
Kind of like you and me, I roll my eyes and go like this, and you know exactly what
Does
I'm
a
saying.
whale, does a whale
It's like
speak?
that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fish, turtles, all of them have
We know
language.
about the lizards and snakes.
Ooh, back to your
Oh, not
snakes.
again.
And how about this one? Bugs, insects. Not my favorite, but
Back to the snake, my
Bees
friend.
also, bugs, mosquitoes. All of them
Oh,
have a
God,
brain.
bees are amazing. I had a conversation. I forgot this one. A few weeks ago, I was out in my garden, and I have what's called a Mexican sunflower plant, which has giant yellow flowers on it, lots of pollen, and the bees love that plant. And I walk outside, and I'm looking. I found a blue bee. I did not even know they existed, and they're making a comeback here in Florida. They're blue, bright, brilliant blue. And he was on, I'm assuming it was a male because the females are always, the queen is in the hive.
Always, clearly.
And I never even saw a bee how they get the honey up. They actually extend a very thin straw, if you will, into the flower and suck it up. And I'm watching him, and he and I were having a conversation because I said to him, are you a bee? Are you really a bee? Where'd you get that color from? And he just said, this is how I am. We had this discussion, whatever. And then I walked away going, okay, Joyce, you really have lost it. Now you're talking to bees, okay. And you're hearing them, and they're making sense to you. I think that's the biggest thing is when I talk to an animal or a bug or something, and they make sense, that to me I find that still exciting.
It's like when I talk to the birds. Give Joyce a call. I had owls the other day, but we got to go. We got to get set up for another show. More to come. Call Joyce with any questions. Joyce Brodsky, 561-480-4892. Joyce with 2 C's. I always think of the movie Airplane where they go, Joyce. Anyway, just saying.
The whole world is lost.
Have a great Tuesday, everyone. Have some laughs. Be kind to each other. Word of the week, according to Small Talk, is mask.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna say and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light.